Hey guys, how's it going? You'll notice that two things. One, I'm in my car. Reason for that is because movie going on in the house, so I decided recording in the car would be better today. I didn't want to interrupt the movie and the movie affect the video. Two, my voice different. I'm recovering from earlier this week. If you saw my stories on my social media pages on Facebook and Instagram, you'll notice that I had tons of fun and I was partaking in certain festivities. Gonna leave it at that. With that said, I want to talk about the realization I made on Tuesday. Now, before I tell you the realization that I made, I want to start off with a little bit of a backstory. If there is one thing that I know myself to be, is that I know myself to be a dreamer. If I can dream of something, it can happen, given that I put in a little bit of work towards it. Earlier this year, I've had the opportunity to go to Cancun, Mexico for hanging out with some people that I'm involved with in the e-commerce community. And then a little earlier this year, I got involved in a trip to go to Kalispell, Montana to hang out with like-minded individuals in the real estate community that I'm involved in. And then from there, not too long ago, BPCon in Orlando, Florida. I had the opportunity to go to that event, which lasted for a couple of days, but those 2 days were almost everything that I needed in order to know that I am on the right path for life, for myself, my life. I'm on the right path, and as long as I stick to it and work my ass off for it, there's no excuse that I should not be able to get whatever it is that I want. So with that being said, the realization that I made is if I can dream it, I can get it. Plain and simple. Pretty sure some of you guys were thinking of something even bigger or something even more crazy, maybe even something that wasn't said before. But the realization is for myself. And I've always wanted to make money. I've always wanted to be around a certain type of people. And I've always wanted to be able to go to different places for different reasons. But I didn't necessarily have either the funds to do so, or I didn't have the background for it. But what I did have was the dreaming capability of it, if you will. And recently, a concept has been made aware to me that a thing as strong as desire can open the door to many opportunities for you. And depending on what it is that you desire, you may be even able to get a taste of what it is that you desire, only to help you solidify that, yes, this is what I want. How can I get more of that? How can I get more of what I want? This concept was explained in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, I didn't necessarily take heed to what Napoleon Hill said, despite me reading the book twice now. And then on top of that, watching the movie. Yes, I did purchase the movie. Highly recommend you purchase the movie if you can. I didn't take heed to what he said. I didn't even bother to realize that this was happening to me, of me desiring certain things is making other things happen for me, until BBCon ended on Tuesday. And part of the realization that I made is that with me just so simply desiring certain things, and everything that's happened this year so far was in support of that desire, with barely a little bit of work. I'm gonna be completely honest, I barely worked for some of this stuff, but the desire was so strong. Part of the realization that I made was that if I barely put in a little bit of work, but I strongly desired for me to experience the things that I did this year, what would happen if the desire remained the same? Like, I wanted it still as badly as I did ever since day one, no unwavering commitment to it. But then instead of the little bit of work, I did a lot of work. What would happen? Would I experience the same level of experiences that I did this year? Or would I experience more of it and then some? Instead of desiring for me to get a BMW X5 2013 model with just a lot of desire, but a little bit of work that I did, what if I put in a lot more work for me to receive a 2024 BMW M8 competition? The difference between the two is the amount of work that I put in, and depending on the work, do I receive this kind of thing related to my desire, or do I receive something even greater related to my desire? And for the longest time, I have been struggling to put into work, but I guess because of my desire and a little bit of work that I've been doing with other people noticing that I am working my ass off in a way, not to the point to where results are coming in, but to at least I'm making the necessary mental mindset changes that need to happen. It's helping me get exposed to new concepts, new people, and new environments needed to help me get towards that lifestyle I want. Now, I'm not going to explain the kind of lifestyle that I want, and I'm not going to really touch upon past references that I made towards that lifestyle that you guys may have seen. But if we've spoken to each other before in person, you'll understand what it is exactly that I want. With that said, the realization, main point of it, if I can dream it, I can get it. That was a realization that I made for myself, because again, the desires that I had for certain things, with just a little bit of work, I experienced everything I wanted this year. And that was with little to no negativity of like, well, how the hell is this going to happen if I'm barely making this money, or if I'm barely doing some of these things? No, I just simply wanted it badly. Like, I was dreaming of it day in, day out when I went to bed, listening to music in my headphones that would help me think about it even more, listening to podcasts on trying to figure out how to get there. I was desiring it like crazy. And I was able to experience Cancun, Mexico. I was able to experience Kalispell, Montana. I was able to experience Orlando, Florida. And I was just with a little bit of work involved. And the question that I have for myself now is that, again, if I have strong desires, and so far what I've experienced was with a little bit of work, what if I put in a lot of work? What if I was doing more than what I've done before so far? Then what would happen? It is something that I'm very excited to see for myself. And I cannot wait to show you guys what it is that I know now more than ever what I'm capable of doing. I have the people that I need supporting me. I have the resources available to me to make it happen. And while the situation I'm currently in isn't necessarily the most ideal for me to take advantage of, it's just a starting point. And everybody starts off different. Like a poker game. Everybody gets dealt a different hand. And person A might get the best hand ever to win the game in the next move if he wanted to. And person B could get the crappiest hand ever. It's all about the work that you put in. Or how you play the game, in reference to what I just said. So even though right now I'm not necessarily at the crappiest of hands, but I'm not actually at the best of hands either. I'm in like the middle of this game, if you will. I want to make the moves that I need to make in order to win the game. And I will do whatever it takes in order to get there. So help me. BPCon in Orlando should be the final reminder for myself that I ever needed, that what I dream of, I can get. I'm hoping that in the next few months to come, I get to show you guys not just the results, if you will, the fruits of my labor, but also show you guys the journey of what it takes in order to get there. Because I believe that a lot of people, especially on social media, they show that, oh, they're making this amount of money and they're able to drive these kinds of cars, but they're not. That was someone calling me. They're talking about where they're at now after all the work they put in, and they may touch base upon how they started out, but they don't necessarily talk about what they did almost exactly in order to get to where they want to be at, to get to where they're at. So I'm hoping that out of the other people that are out there showing what the journey is like, I can show the journey for you guys as well. I am just another perspective of putting in the work for that journey to get to where I want to be. And I'm hoping that if you guys feel similar to how I feel and wanting to experience the experiences I had and wanting to make the money that I desire to make, hopefully this can serve as an inspiration for you guys as well. So that being said, whatever I dream, I can get. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you could like the video, comment on the video. What are your thoughts? What do you want to see me do related to what I've been doing so far? And also, if you could subscribe to the channel, I really do greatly appreciate it. That would be so awesome to see that you are not only interested in what I'm going through, but also interested in seeing if it's possible for yourself. And again, I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that for you guys. So it is now over 12 minutes, about to be 13. I know I said it was going to be short and sweet. This is short and sweet. This is the best that I can do. Take care.